Hello again. Today we're making a hat for a cat or maybe a small dog, as I did. Before we begin, I love my subscribers and let's get started. You're going to need some yarn and a hook to match. I'm using a 5.5 hook. Next up, we're going to make a slip knot, as crocheters do. And then we are going to chain 4. If you know how to do a magic circle, you can do that. But for the beginners, I'm going to chain 4. And then back in our original stitch, so this chain, we are going to slip stitch. So I'm going to shove my hook through, wrap my yarn around, and pull it through so we get a tiny, teeny circle. Then in our teensy weensy circle, I'm going to put 6 single crochets. So do 6 single crochets into that circle. I'm going to use this blue yarn as a stitch marker if you're confused on what that is. For this next row, we are going to do an increase in each stitch. It's INC in the pattern. Increase means we're going to do 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Oops. 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Okay, so it should be a total of 12 stitches by the time you get to the end of this row. Okay, yay, and I'll see you in a second. For row 3, we're going to do a single crochet and then an increase, a total of 6 times for 18 stitches. So do 1 normal single crochet and then do an increase in the next, a total of 6 times for 18 stitches. Perfect. Now round 4, we're going to do 2 regular single crochets and then an increase 6 times for 24 stitches. I think you guys are going to see a pattern coming soon. So 2 regular single crochets and then place that increase. Should be a total of 24. All right, I think we're on round 5. So in this one, we're going to do 1, 2, 3 single crochets and then an increase 6 times for 30 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and then an increase. So we're going to do that 6 times for 30 stitches. So far, so good. Now for this last one, we're going to do 4 single crochets and then an increase, a total of 6 times for, you guessed it, 36 stitches. Okay? Cool. Next up, we will do 7 regular single crochets. So just do 7 regular. I'll stay with you because I'm already at 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, 6, 7. And then once you have your 7 done, you're going to chain from there 15. So just chain 15. So we just chained 15. Now we're going to skip 11 stitches because this is going to be its little ear hole. Or no, we'll skip 10 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to skip. In the 11th, we are going to slip stitch. So shove your yarn through, grab it, and then pull it through both. That is going to be 1 ear hole that we got going on. Now we're going to do 7 normal single crochets to keep going. So do 7. Once you got your 7, we're going to chain 15 more. So I chained my 15. Now we're going to skip 10 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And slip stitch into that 11th stitch. So shove, oh my gosh. Shove your hook through. Grab the yarn. I hope you guys can see that on the camera. and pull all the way through. And that is the end of that row. Now we have little ear holes. Next, we're just going to do a single crochet in each stitch or chain that we encounter. I'm not sure how many it will be, but I'll put it in the top right once I figure it out. So just single crochet all along the thing, and then I'll see you. I got about 43, but I totally did some things wrong, but it doesn't matter. Anything close is fine. Once you're done, I usually just do a slip stitch in the last stitch just to slip stitch in the last stitch just to secure it. Gosh, I can't talk. And then cut your yarn off. Grab it, wrap it around, and tie that bad boy off. And we're ready to move on to the straps. For the straps, I don't really care about counting, so I just look at my I hold my thing like this. I look at the middle, I drag my hook along, and I'm like, this looks like at the middle. So just guesstimate the middle of your ear strap there. Then we're gonna grab the yarn, and we are going to chain, let's do 25. You can do more or less, I don't care, but I'm gonna personally from here chain 25. So I just finished my chain 25 and I'm done. So I'm just going to cut my yarn and tie it off. You can make thicker straps if you want, but I don't care. My dog doesn't even really wear these hats. He just shakes them off. So that's all the work I'm putting into it. And then do it to the other side. Just guesstimate the middle. Now for the pom-pom, I'm going to take some yarn. I'm going to take my 2 fingers because it's a small hat, or maybe 3 fingers, right? Yeah, 3 fingers is good. And then I'm just going to keep wrapping around my fingers until it's a bunch of yarn. I'll show you what it looks like. Here's what it looks like. Not perfect, obviously. So we're going to cut the yarn and then slide it off. Try to keep it contained. Then we're going to take yarn and we're going to want to tie a knot. Oh, this is so difficult. We're going to want to tie what am I trying to say? Take yarn and then tie it so it's really, really tight in the middle. Do you see what I'm saying? Like that. Like that. I hope you got that. You probably didn't. Double knot it. Make sure it is secure and tight. You guys, I'm even going to do a backup safety one because if this isn't secure, it's not going to go well. I also haven't done this in like 5 years, so I'm not actually even entirely sure this is how you make a pom-pom, but I would do it twice just to make sure. Once you think it's nice and secure, this is my favorite part. In the loops, we're going to cut. Guys, this is so satisfying. So just keep cutting and just pray that it will all work out. I'm praying with you, so. Once you cut it all, fluff it up, start cutting off the ones you don't want. It's kind of like giving it a little haircut. This is actually really, really fun, guys. So give it a little haircut. If it's not big enough, well, you should have used more yarn or wrapped it around more fingers. I don't know. This is just how I like mine. So this is your project. I'm just here with you, okay? So do as you please. Once you're done with your pom-pom, find like that center piece, part the ways, part the C's. We're going to take a loose piece of yarn, shove our hook under that center piece. Oh my gosh, am I in camera? This is embarrassing. And then we're going to drag the yarn so it's like halfway in, halfway out. Because we're going to attach that part to our hat. So get a pretty long piece of yarn for that. Now get your hat and then get the long strings of your pom-pom. We are going to find the center of our hat. We're going to shove our hook up through it. This is the top of the hat. This is the part we want to see. We're going to shove it through it and we're going to grab one of those strings and pull it through. Then right next to it, we are going to shove our hook up and we're going to grab the other string and pull it Oh, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. And then pull it through so that both of the strings are through on the bottom. After that, all we have to do is tie a knot. And we're done. Well, that was it. I love you guys. I hope it went well for you. And if I never see you again, I hope you have a good life.